Greetings, everybody, and welcome back to Fun Valley in Hutchinson, Kansas. It's time for postseason Hutchinson Community College softball. This afternoon, the opening round series of the Region 6 tournament as the Blue Dragons take on the Kansas City, Kansas Community College Blue Devils in a best-of-3 series here in Hutchinson. I'm Steve Carpenter. Thank you for joining us. Could be a long afternoon, as all three games are going to be played today if needed. I think the Blue Dragons would rather sweep, but we were facing with rain and everything, more rain coming in tonight, the chance of getting rained out once again. This series has already been moved back twice. We've got umpires already out, so we're going to jump right into our pregame chat with head coach Jamie Rose.
Welcome back to Fun Valley as we finally begin postseason with the Blue Dragons. Steve Carpenter speaking with head coach Jamie Rose before game one. What could be a triple header. Boy, ever since the national tournament, I kind of take responsibility because those couple of days I was kind of hoping you'd get rained out, and then the rain really came. So I guess you can blame all the rain on me.
Okay. It's been nonstop for a month. It's been a interesting day-to-day trying to figure out what we're doing.
Well, postseason today could be a long day, but you and I, we were talking earlier. We know this team is capable of not only winning this series, but winning the whole thing and going to nationals. So, what have you told the kids in preparation?
Just they are capable of winning the whole thing. We're very talented. It's about putting that talent into action now. When you're playing, like today, we're playing all three games in one day. You're putting your whole season on in one game. You hope everything goes right.
You split with Kansas City in the regular season, a one-run loss, a two-run win, and it was a come-from-behind win. So what do you take out of those games heading into today?
KCK's a very, they're a tough matchup for us. They're a very scrappy team. They never go away. And, I think we need to learn that. We need to learn that from the first time we played them. In game one, the first time we played them, we had more than enough chances to put up runs to potentially run rule them, and never were able to capitalize. And eventually, they came back, they came around and strung some together.
Speaking with Jamie Rose before this afternoon's Region 6 opener with Kansas City, you and Ben Witz kind of change your approach this a little bit. This has been such a good hitting team pretty much all year long. There have been pockets where, good pitcher will slow you down. But are you guys looking maybe manufacturing a few more, or trying to manufacture more runs today as opposed to waiting for that big hit?
Yeah, I think, we scouted KCK, and I think playing small ball is a very good option against them, because I think the more pressure we can put on their defense, the better that's going to be for us in the long run. So if we can get a few kids on, I'd like to see us play a little more small ball and try and score a few runs that way.
I know last year, as we went into this, we tried to separate last year from this year, and pretty much after the first few games, I think that was the case. But now for the sophomores, for yourself, for Ben, the bad taste of last year's postseason has got to creep back in. Is that something that can be used as a motivating factor?
I certainly hope so. We talked about it at practice yesterday, at the end of practice, about how last year ended, and how we want to get back to Topeka and potentially face up with Cali, because that's really who we feel was the one last year that really got to us. But before we can do that, we gotta take care of business here. I think KCK is just they're that scary team. They haven't won. They didn't win a ton of conference games, but they have won a lot of games overall. But I think the biggest advantage for us is they've only won like 6 games on the road, and we've been pretty good at home this year. I think we've won about 19 at home. So if there is one advantage, I think that's it.
Pitching-wise, I'm assuming DJ will go game 1. Thoughts beyond game 1 in terms of your rotation?
Right now, our plan is to stick what we've been doing is DJ game 1 and start Torrey game 2, and then we'll just see how it plays out from there.
Well, best of luck, and let's talk this weekend in Topeka.
Sounds good.
The thoughts of HCC head coach Jamie Rose back with the starting lineups right after this break. You're watching Blue Dragon Softball.
And the Dragons taking the field. We are going to get started early, so let's get you the lineups for this one before the national anthem. For Kansas City, 22 and 20 coming in for veteran coach Casey Tillery. Kaylin Stratton leads off and plays left field. Batting second will be the center fielder Hannah Bishop. Batting third, the designated player Allison Kasich. Batting cleanup at first base, Michaela Hoffert. Batting fifth will be the catcher Grace Grossfeiner. Batting sixth, playing third base, Catherine Stringer. Batting seventh, the shortstop is Candace Jennings. The pitcher batting eighth is Megan Samanja. Batting ninth and playing right field, Letitia Thomas. And at second base, but not hitting, is Samantha Sudak. Our national anthem from Fun Valley. Our national anthem from Fun Valley. Here are the Blue Dragons starting lineup for game number 1 in this best-of-3 series. Center fielder Ashton Reynolds will lead it off. Batting second will be the shortstop Izzy Godinez. Batting third, the pitcher and designated player DJ Cannon. In the cleanup spot, left fielder Tori Carruthers. Cameron Pope is at third base. She bats fifth. Batting sixth will be the catcher Lexi Eisenbart. Batting seventh at second base is Shayla DeGarmo. Batting eighth will be the right fielder Hannah Danielson. And batting ninth, the first baseman Molly Stevenson. So again, the Dragons lineup: Reynolds, Godinez, Cannon, Carruthers, Pope, Eisenbart, DeGarmo, Danielson, and Stevens. This is the best-of-3 series. All three are going to be played today. Many of the opening round series are going to be like that, as rain has totally messed up the schedule. And we still have to have time to prepare to go to Topeka. So more rain in the forecast tonight. So we're going to get this thing started just about 7 minutes early, which is okay. With possibility of playing 3 games, let's get the thing rolling. Kaylin Stratton's going to lead it off against staff ace DJ Cannon. DJ coming in with a 14-8 record, a 2.48 earned run average. She took the loss against Kansas City the first time out. And here we go. First pitch is a strike on the inside corner. We are underway here at Fun Valley. Come on out. There's going to be plenty of softball out here. It's going to be 4 games going here in just about an hour, or excuse me, about 2 hours. Hutch High and Nickerson both playing games out here today. Cannon into the wind, the 0-1. Foul tipped in the glove of Lexi Eisenbart, and it's 0-2. Stratton hitting .483 for the year, 545 on base percentage, 2 home runs, 16 RBIs. Hitting from the left side, DJ into the wind, got her on a rise ball, and there's Cannon's first strikeout of the game. That is strikeout number 167 for DJ Cannon. 167 strikeouts now in 18 and 2/3 innings. 98 hits allowed by Cannon, 57 runs, 42 earned. She's walked 62, and opponents hitting 222 against. That'll bring up the center fielder, Hannah Bishop. She pops one up, and it gets back out of play. Hannah Bishop hitting .444 for the year, an on base of .474. She has 1 home run, 8 doubles, 6 triples, 27 RBIs. 56 total hits, 42 runs for Bishop, hitting from the left side. Cannon's 0-1, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Back on April 8th up in Kansas City, Hutchinson lost the first game 8-5. Cannon took the loss, but came back to win game 2 by the score of 8-6. 0-2 pitch, got her swinging 2 away. 2 consecutive strikeouts for DJ Cannon and a good start for the Dragons. Now the designated player, Allison Kasich. Kasich, one of the top hitters in the country, hitting .555 out of 110. 10 home runs, 57 RBI. She's slugging .909 and on base of .600. 3 consecutive left-handed hitters to face the left-handed throwing Cannon. Curve on the outside corner from Cannon, a strike, and it's 0-1. So, well, plenty of time to go through all what's going on throughout the state there. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed another curveball, and it's 0-2. This is the District E portion of the tournament. Now Region 6 is broken into 2 different tournaments. The 0-2. Got her swinging on a rise ball, and right off the bat, DJ Cannon strikes out the side, 3 up and 3 down. After a half inning, KCK nothing. The Dragons coming up. Dragons will get their first look at right-hander Megan Sumanja. 5-3 record with a 3.40 ERA, making her 21st start of the year. She has 11 complete games, 119 and a third innings pitched. That's a team high. 138 hits allowed, 89 runs, 58 of them earned. She has struck out 108, walked 63, and has only given up 2 home runs. She faces a Blue Dragon lineup hitting .377 for the year. Power from last year way down, 30 round trippers. But this team can go gap to gap as well as anybody. Ashton Reynolds will lead it off, the freshman out of Annandale High School. Reynolds hitting .403 coming into the postseason with 50 total hits, 11 doubles, 4 triples, 6 home runs. And she lays off a rise ball to start the at-bat. 32 runs scored, 33 driven in for Reynolds, who has moved into that leadoff spot. Reynolds with a .433 on-base percentage. Samaj into the wind. There's a strike on the outside corner, and the count evens at 1-1. Game 2 about 25 minutes after this one, and if there is a third game, about 30 minutes after the completion of that one, so we could be here for a while today. 1-1 pitch way upstairs, and it's 2-1. The winner moves on to Topeka, and they will take on the Cali Tigers in the first round of their District D tournament up at Hummer Park. Cali, by winning the Jayhawk East title, received a first-round bye, and they're off until Saturday. Here's a swing and a miss on a rise ball, and it's 2-2 to Reynolds. The Dragons, the 5th overall seed. KCK, the 10th overall seed. And when they serpentined everything up and split them out, this was the matchup that came up. 2-2 pitch, low and in, and it's a full count to the Dragon leadoff hitter. Dragons 27-14. They are 19-3 here at Fun Valley. KCK's not been that good away from the Kansas City, only 6 road wins. Hard hit ball, and it's past the diving shortstop for a base hit up the middle. So a good way to start it for Reynolds, and that'll bring up Izzy Godinez. Godinez riding an 8-game hitting streak, hitting .450 for the year with 59 total hits, 2 home runs, 20 RBIs. Very capable bunter. She has 8 bunt singles this year, showing bunt. Pulling back, and she pops one straight back off the facade, and somehow it slips through up there and falls straight down in front of us.
Even if that comes through a beam, you still don't get a play.
Nothing in one Godinez. The wind and the pitch. Bunt along the first base line is a good one. And the first baseman, Michaela Hoffer, will tag out Godinez. It'll go down as a 3 unassisted sacrifice. And Reynolds in the scoring position with 1 away. And that's what I asked Jamie Rose. The Dragons this year haven't put down a lot of sacrifice bunts. And in the postseason, you start manufacturing a few more runs. The infield in at all 4 positions for 3-hole hitter DJ Cannon, who's among the hottest Dragon hitters with them all, running an 11-game hitting streak. She hits a little chopper to the third baseman. Throwing on to first is Stringer. And now moving up to third is Reynolds. So a 5-3 put out by Cannon on the first pitch of the at-bat. Good base running by Reynolds. She's just 60 feet away with the game's first run, but with 2 out, and that'll bring up sophomore Tori Carruthers.
The left fielder, number 11.
Tori hitting .377 with 49 hits, 4 home runs, 32 RBIs. The wind in the pitch. Check swing foul. Tori playing in her 87th game as a Blue Dragon. She has 113 career hits, 87 career RBIs, 18 career home runs, which places her 4th on the all-time list. That pitch bounces in, and it's 1-1 to Tori. 17 doubles, no triples, 4 home runs for Carruthers, a .429 on-base percentage, a .600 slugging percentage, 33 runs scored. Wind in the 1-1. Foul back. And once again, through the facade, underneath the net. And there's a couple of fans that I think are getting picked on. Carruthers down in the count 1-2. Just underway here. DJ Cannon struck out the side in the top of the first. Now the Dragons with a 2-out scoring opportunity here in the bottom of the frame. A little pop up into foul territory. Drifting back and dropping the ball is the first baseman, Michaela Hoffert. That's going to go down as an error. She should have had that ball. So new life for Carruthers at 1-2. See if she can cash in. The wind in the 1-2. Tori thought it was ball 4. In all actuality, it was ball 2. She looked back at the umpire and apologized. So now 2-2 the count to Carruthers. One of the zanier personalities on this staff. The pitch. High pop, and it will get out of play off to the left. And Nickerson high school will have games over on fields 1 and 4. Those are to our right and behind us here at Fun Valley. Here's the 2-2. In the dirt, gets away. Coming down the line is Reynolds to score on the wild pitch, and the Blue Dragons take the lead. Catcher Case Grosswiener could not find it. It basically rolled right off the plate and kicked to her right, and she was unable to locate it. And Reynolds sped down the line to score the run, and the Dragons take a 1-0 lead. Now it's a full count to Tori Carruthers. Here's the payoff pitch from Samaj. Did she go around? Yes, she did. That's a strikeout, and the inning is over. But the Dragons, by virtue of manufacturing a run, get an unearned run, scoring as Ashton Reynolds scores on a wild pitch. After one in game one, Hutchinson won and Kansas City nothing. One nothing Dragons as Ashton Reynolds led off with a single, was sacrificed to second, moved up to third on a ground out, and scored on a wild pitch. That's the epitome of manufacturing runs. Middle third of the order to face DJ Cannon, who struck out the side in the first inning. It's Hoffert, Grosswiener, and Stringer. First righty that DJ Cannon will face in the KCK lineup, and Michaela Hoffert takes ball one. Hoffert hitting .385, 3 home runs, 35 RBIs, 50 total hits, including 6 doubles. She hits a ground ball the opposite way, fielded by second baseman Shayla DeGarmo, and on to first, Molly Stevenson for the first out. 4 in a row retired by Cannon to start the game. Now the catcher, Grace Grosswiener.
The catcher, number 31, Grace Grosswiener.
Grosswiener hitting .429 with 21 hits. 4 home runs, no home runs and 4 RBIs. There's a screwball from Cannon, misses outside, ball one. KCK is a team hitting .398. They have 20 total home runs. On base percentage of .450. It's a team that puts a lot of pressure on the opposing team. There's a swing and a miss. Those offensive numbers kind of makes you wonder why they're only 2 games above 500 coming into postseason play. 1-1 pitch, strike on the outside corner. DJ painted it, now it's 1-2. KCK went 9-16 in region games. 9-15, excuse me. The 1-2 from Cannon. Grosswiener reaches out and fouls it off back to the screen. And it remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. The wind and the 1-2 popped up out of play. Defensively for the Dragons, Tori Carruthers in left field, Ashton Reynolds in center, handed Danielson in right. They play Grosswiener just slightly to pull in center straight away in left and right. 1-2 from Cannon. Wouldn't chase the changeup up, and now it's 2-2. Cameron Pope's at third base. Izzy Godinez at short. Shayla DeGarmo at second. Molly Stevenson at first. Lexi Eisenbart behind the plate. And DJ Cannon in the circle. Now the 2-2 pitch. One's lifted to right field. Coming on is handed down. She drops the ball. Dragons commit their first error.
Third baseman, number 8,
So a 1-out error has Grosswiener at first. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Catherine Stringer. .360 average for Stringer. No home runs, 17 RBIs, 41 total hits, including 9 doubles. The wind and the pitch swung on and missed. It was errors in the 8-5 loss on April 8th that hurt the Blue Dragons, and it was errors that put the Dragons in a hole in game number 2, a game they came back to win 8-6. Screwball misses wide, and the count even a ball on the strike on Stringer. Overcast skies, but right now no threat of rain. Temperatures in the mid-60s, very little wind to speak of. And what wind there is blowing out of the east-northeast. Line shot down the right field line, but it's hooks foul. Grossfeiner didn't realize that it was a foul ball, and she now had made it all the way around to first. It's a foul ball. They got to send her back, and now they all realize that what had happened. I think Casey Tillery also thought it was a fair ball, but it was fouled by a good foot. Cannon now up in the count on Stringer, a ball and 2 strikes. The pitch wouldn't chase the rise ball, 2-2. That one might have been up a little higher and not enticing enough to chase. Crowd still growing here at Fun Valley, which is good to see. 2-2 pitch. And now the hands is caught out of the air by Cannon, and this is going to be a double play. A little soft liner that Cannon goes down to one knee to field, and then she doubles off Grossfeiner to end the inning. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the second inning. Dragons 1 and the Devils nothing. Cameron Pope to lead off the bottom of the second inning of game number 1. Hutchinson with a 1-0 lead. Ashton Reynolds scoring on a wild pitch from Megan Sumanja. Cameron hitting 320 with 41 hits, 3 home runs, 41 RBIs. It's a curveball from Sumanja for strike 1. One final in on the District East side. Neosho County wins game 1 over Heston College 7-0. They now lead that series 1-0. Game 2 will start in about 20 minutes. Pope checks her swing on a rise ball, and the count evens at 1-1. Cloud County had an early lead over Allen 4-2, middle of stages of game number 1 up in Concordia. There's a 1-1. That one bounces in. Sumanja got a no decision. She pitched game 2 in the Dragons' 8-6 win on April 8th in Kansas City. Now 3-1. Sumanja worked 6 innings, gave up 12 hits, 5 runs, struck out 3 and walked 1. She also hit 5 batters. 3-1 the count to Cameron Pope, who leads off the second. It's Pope, Eisenbart, and DeGarmo, and that's a leadoff walk to start the inning to Cameron Pope. Sumanja's 64th walk of the season gives the Dragons a leadoff runner, and now the catcher Lexi Eisenbart steps in.
The catcher,
Lexi hitting .371 with 39 total hits, 8 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 29 RBIs. Lexi scored 23 runs. And she takes a strike at the knees. The wind in the 0-1 way upstairs. Now it's 1-1 to Lexi Eisenbart. Eisenbart playing in her 35th game. She missed a few games with a leg injury in the early stages of the season. Has come back strong, put together a very solid sophomore year. Pitch inside, and it's 2-1. Mind you, we just mentioned it, Sumanja has hit 5 Blue Dragons in their previous meeting. And the Dragons are prone to wearing pitches, 48 in 41 games, 48 hit by pitches this year. That's hit down the right field line, but it's hooking foul. So good idea by Lexi. She took that outside pitch and tried to drive it down the line. Just had enough of a slice in it to carry it foul. Defensively for Kansas City, we do appreciate those KCK fans who are tuning in. Kaylin Stratton plays in left field, Hannah Bishop in center, Letitia Thomas in right. We'll get to the infield momentarily. Now the 2-2 to Eisenbart. Fouled off to the right again. Catherine Stringer is at third base for the Blue Devils. Candace Jennings at short, Samantha Sudak at second, Michaela Hofford at first, Grace Grosswiener behind the plate. And the pitcher is Megan Sumanja. And Sumanja 5-3 with a 3.40 ERA coming in. The pitch, there's a line shot. Now this is going to be a double play as a shortstop catches it, and Pope is double off. So each team with a line drive double play. And now it's bases empty, 2 gone for sophomore Shayla DeGarmo. You're always told to freeze on a line drive.
The second baseman, number 22, Shayla DeGarmo.
Shayla DeGarmo, again, moving over from the women's basketball team. She's now playing, and she takes ball 1 in her 12th game. Hitting .400, 12 for 30, 4 doubles. Currently riding an 8-game hitting streak, where she's 9 for 21 over that streak. Foul back up off the netting and drops through again right now. The netting's not doing its job. Members of the Blue Dragon volleyball team have just arrived. Third. Here's the pitch. Change up, misses high, and it's 2-1 to DeGarmo. Shayla, good eye. She had an outstanding softball career at Hutchinson High School, but chose basketball. Played on a pair of JAC Conference championships and one Region 6 championship team with John Otch's crew. Here's the pitch. Pop foul out of play. And an error on the fan. Tried to one-hand it. Always taught to catch with 2. That error won't go up on the board, but now it's 2-2 to DeGarmo. The line in the pitch. Bounces in, full count to Shayla. In fact, I go way back with Shayla. I coached 2 of her youth teams here in the city of Hutchinson. 3-2, 2 out. Here's the payoff. High chopper to third, fielded by Stringer. She pours it across, and the Dragons are done in the second. No runs, no hits. The double play turns the inning. And we go to the third at Fun Valley, 1-0 Hutchinson. Top of the third rolls around. DJ Cannon has faced the minimum through two. She gets the bottom third of the order. Candace Jennings, Megan Sumanja, and Letitia Thomas. Steve Carpenter with you. Thank you for joining us. What could be a very long day for softball. Ground ball up the middle. And Godinez gets to it and throws out throws out Jennings on the first pitch, one away. Good range to her left by Izzy, who's been the starting shortstop all year long. Now the pitcher, Megan Sumanja. Sumanja hitting .219 for the year. And it's ball one to the KCK pitcher. Cannon's pitch right back to DJ. Following the first two away. The only blemish on DJ's record is a drop fly ball in right field. Cannon quickly erased that with a line drive double play right back to her. Now right fielder Letitia Thomas. .438 average, .454 on base for KCK's 9-hole hitter. The 9-hole used to be the waste slot for a bad hitter. Anymore, it's almost a second leadoff hitter. The 1-0, foul back out of play, and the count even at a ball and a strike. DJ Cannon went 6 2/3 innings. Here's a swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Cannon went 6 2/3 innings in the 8-6 loss. It was a walk-off. She gave up 8 hits, 6 runs, struck out 10, and walked 5 back on April 8th. Swing and a miss, strike 3 in a very quick 3-up, 3-down inning for Cannon in the third. We head to the bottom of the third inning at Fun Valley in game number 1. Dragons 1 and the Devils nothing. Get you caught up on some Region 6 scores. And Neosho County won its first game 7-0 over Heston. They lead 1-0 in the bottom of the second in game number 2. Game number 1 up at Cloud County. The Thunderbirds and Allen tied 7-7, bottom of the 6th. Again, that's a game 1 score. Bottom of the 5th, Coffeyville and Johnson County. Johnson County with an 8-0 lead. That's about to become, in fact, that probably has become a run rule win as they go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Those are the score updates as to now. Anna Danielson leads off the Dragon third. Hutch leads at 1-0 on an Ashton Reynolds scoring on a wild pitch. First pitch to Danielson, taken downstairs, ball 1. Danielson hitting .403 with 50 total hits, a home run, 24 RBIs. Danielson with 118 career hits, 70 career runs, a career batting average of .387. She hits one down the right field line, but once again, it's going to hook foul. What wind there is, it's pushing it that way toward the right field corner. Right now, the wind, 5 to 10 miles per hour out of the mostly the east now. 1-1 to Hannah. She takes one high for a ball, 2-1. Danielson did not play against KCK back on April 8th. She was at home tending to a family funeral. Another one up the right. Somebody out of the crowd fielded that one with the bare hand, and now it's 2-2. So the crowd is 1 for 2 over there. And unfortunately, fellas, you don't get to keep those. Now the 2-2. Fly ball shallow right coming on is Thomas, and she'll track it down near the line for the first out of the Dragon third. They'll bring up Molly Stevenson, the sophomore first baseman. Stevenson hitting .305 with 18 hits, starting her 21st game, playing in her 30th game overall. 4 home runs, 18 RBIs. She has 2 grand slams to her credit this year.
Molly Stevenson.
Molly also the most prone Blue Dragon to getting hit with the pitch. She's worn a pitch 11 times this year, been brought back 6 times. Strike right at the knees. Megan Samanja, next pitch will be her 40th. She's allowed 1 unearned run on 1 hit. Foul back. That time it kicks off the facade and jumps right back onto the field. Stevenson down on the count, 0-2. We'll have all kinds of high school action going on. This is going to get to be a noisy place here in approximately 90 minutes. 0-2 pitch in the dirt. When Hutchinson goes and plays Kansas City, they're always attached with Highland. That turned out to be a fairly significant 2-2 weekend for the Dragons. Molly swings and misses for a strikeout on a rise ball. That's the first or second strikeout for Sumanja. It's 2 up, 2 down. And the top of the order comes back around, and Ashton Reynolds. Reynolds collected her 51st hit of the season. A shot back up the middle.
Center fielder number 7.
And then the Dragons manufactured the run. Reynolds was sacrificed to second by Godinez, moved to third on a ground ball out by DJ Cannon, then scored on the wild pitch with Tori Carruthers at the plate. Curveball from Sabanja misses outside for ball 1. The winner gets Cowley and Topeka on Saturday. Popped up shallow right, going over to get it is Sudak, the second baseman, and she makes the over-the-shoulder catch just into fair territory to retire the side. So the Dragons go in order in the third. We head to the fourth, 1-0 Hutchinson. Update from Concordia, game number 1 between Cloud County and Allen. That is a District M matchup. They're tied at 7 going to the 7th. Here it's 1-0 Hutchinson, top of the 4th in game number 1. Kaylin Stratton leads it off, a strikeout victim her first time. Swing and a miss through 3 innings. DJ Cannon has struck out 4, only allowed 1 base runner, and that was erased on a double play. She's faced the minimum through 3 innings. The 0-1. Right back to Cannon. Fields clean and throws in time, 1 away. That is now the 3rd assist by DJ Cannon, so she's fielding the circle very well. I said that yesterday about Caden Doge, and his defense went poof, so I better watch how I say that. Here's Hannah Bishop, the center fielder. She struck out her first time up. Bunted foul. Cannon right in the middle of 3 consecutive left-handed batters at the top of the KCK order. Bishop waving that bunt, showing bunt. Now she pulls back, cannoning into the line, and it's a curveball outside. 1-1 the count. Pretty comfortable day compared to the weather we had over the weekend here. Here's the 1-1. Bunted along third, fair. Barehanded pickup by Cameron Pope. And what a play over at first by Shayla DeGarmo to make the catch. Good plays all the way around. The throw from Pope tailed right into the runner Bishop. But Shayla makes the catch, and it's 2 away.
Allison Casey.
Here's the designated hitter, Allison Kasich. Kasich struck out her first time. Again, one of the nation's top hitters. Swing and a miss. Coming in with a .500 batting average. 55 hits, 15 doubles, 10 home runs, 57 RBIs. Here's the pitch. Upstairs for a ball. 1-1 the count. Back at the office today, we had several men's basketball players sign. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Misses wide, 2-1. And one slice foul by Kasich out of play, and it's 2-2. Here's a feat. That first inning strikeout by Kasich, only the 10th in 111 at bats. Basically, she's striking out once every 9 at bats. It's pretty good. Or 1 every 10 at bats. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And the inning is over. Good curveball from Cannon. Kasich goes down on strike for the second time, and Cannon works a 1-2-3-4. Halfway through in game number 1, Dragons 1, and the Blue Devils nothing. Izzy Godinez to lead off the top or the bottom of the 4th inning for Hutchinson. Got 3 Blue Dragons currently riding fairly significant hitting streaks. Izzy Godinez, one of them. 8-game hitting streak, 12 for 25 in that streak. Godinez laid down her 5th sacrifice bunt of the year, and moving Ashton Reynolds to second to set up the only one of the game so far. First pitch from Sumaja is a strike at the knees. Megan Sumaja threw 3 innings. 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit, 1 unearned run. A line in the 0-1. Little roller along third. It's fielded foul, though, by Catherine Stringer, and Godinez down to the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Godinez was 2 for 6 in the doubleheader against KCK. That pitch low went in, a screwball from Samajin. It's 1-2. She had 1 RBI, scored 2 runs, was hit by a pitch, also walked once. The 1-2. Roller up the middle. To her right is the second baseman, Sudak, and she throws Godinez out for out number 1. Now DJ Cannon. DJ, the hottest Dragon of them all, with an 11-game hitting streak, 17 for 38 over that stretch with 12 RBIs. She was first pitch hacking and grounded out to third. That allowed Ashton Reynolds to move up to third and eventually score on the wild pitch from Sumanja. First pitch hacking again, and she lines it down the line. That's a fair ball. DJ will try for 2. Here comes the throw, and it's offline. It's a 2-out double for DJ Cannon. Her baseman, Catherine Stringer, had no chance to see that. Check that, it's a 1-out double for Cannon. It's now a 12-game hitting streak for DJ. With her 8th double of the year, her 11th extra base hit. Now Tori Carruthers, who struck out her first time. RBI opportunity with less than 2 out. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 1. It was a unique defense on Cannon's first at bat. With only 1 out, they brought the entire infield in. Here's the pitch. Fouled at the plate, and it's 1-1. Not to say that a normal infield in that situation would have prevented the run, but that ground ball to Catherine Stringer, all Ashton had to do was wait for the throw to be made, and it was easy. That pitch fouled off the knob of the bat, and now Tori's in a 1-2 hole. So it's those quirky little things, how you might set your defense in a particular at bat, that plays itself into the larger scheme of things as the afternoon rolls on. 1-2, hard hit ball fielded by Stringer. She makes the throw to first, moving up to third is Cannon, and she's at third base with 2 away. A nice play by Catherine Stringer on a tough play down the line. So now Cannon to third, 2 away for third baseman Cameron Pope. Cameron walked to lead off the second and then was doubled off. Dragons have been a tremendous offensive team this year, but they have had their base running issues. There's a high pop, shallow left coming in as Stratton. She's got it measured, and the Dragons are done in the 4th. Dragons can't do anything with the 1-out double from DJ Cannon. No runs, a hit, 1 left. We go to the 5th inning. Hutchinson 1 and KCK nothing. For those Blue Dragon baseball fans listening in, a couple of notes. The Blue Dragons earlier today achieved their highest ranking ever in the NJCA Division I rankings. For number 4, they are riding a 17-game win streak going into Region 6 play this Friday at Hobart Detter Field against Labette.
The first baseman, number 30, Michaela Hopper.
43-11 coming in. And the other part of that in just a moment, as Michaela Hoffert leads off the top of the 5th inning for Hutchinson, and DJ Cannon paints the outside corner for a strike. Dodge City and Colby, they have to start their series. All that snow out in western Kansas prevented any playing. Change up from Cannon, misses low and outside, and it's 1-1 to Hoffert, who grounded to second baseman Shayla DeGarmo her first time up. That 4-game series could affect 4 teams and where they end up in the standings and if they play at home or not. Hutchinson won't be one of them. That pitch low and away, and it's 2-1. Dragons will be at home Friday, Saturday, and possibly Sunday against Labette. 2-1 pitch. Sliced out a foul to the right, and it's 2-2 to Hoffert. DJ threw 4. No runs, no hits, 5 strikeouts, no walks. Only blemish, 1 error. High pop in the infield right side. First baseman Molly Stevenson has it measured and 1 out. Now Grace Grossfeiner.
Catcher number 31, Grace Grosvenor.
Grossfeiner reached on that error, then was doubled off on a soft line drive back to Cannon off the bat of Catherine Stringer. Wind in the pitch, taken low from ball 1. So far, DJ looking very crisp out in the circle. Wind in the 1-0. Strike call on the outside corner, 1-1. 47 pitches, 34 for strikes through 4 1/3 innings for DJ. And one's popped up foul territory near the Dragon dugout, and neither Molly Stevenson nor Shayla DeGarmo could find it, and it drops foul. No error will be charged as there's no contact. That's the one difference. If you heard early in the game, we charged Michaela Hoffert with a error on the drop fly, or fouled ball off of Tori Carruthers' bat. 1-2 pitch. Off the end of the bat, foul. Rattling around, nearly getting the Dragon coaches on the buckets. It remains 1-2. A lot of people argue with me that because Carruthers made an out, that was no longer an error. That's not the case. Drop fly prolongs the time of at bat. Hard hit ball, foul past third this time. Each team has committed 1 error. Honestly, no, neither has hurt either team. The pitch changeup popped up, coming up to get it, and making a basket catch is Cameron Pope for out number 2. That error
Number 8, Catherine Stringer.
came after Ashton Reynolds had scored on the wild pitch, so neither error has had any kind of effect on the game. 2 away for third baseman Catherine Stringer. She hit into that line drive double play to end the second. Cannon's pitch, slow whirler up the middle. DeGarmo gets to it onto first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for KCK in the 5th. On the bottom of the 5th, we go at Fun Valley in game number 1. Hutchinson 1 and KCK nothing. Lexi Eisenbart, Shayla DeGarmo, Hannah Danielson for the Dragons here in the bottom of the fifth. Hutchinson leads 1-0 as Ashton Reynolds scores on a wild pitch in the first. Eisenbart hit the ball as hard as anybody in the Dragon lineup today against Megan Samanja, and she lined it into a double play. Get you some score updates here in this half inning.
Number 13, Lexi Eisenbart.
Game 1 of 3, and if need be, all 3 games are going to be played today. There's a hard hit ball to right field, drifting back, and it's over the head of the right fielder, Thomas. Eisenbart will head for 3. Here's going to be a play. Here's the throw. It's not in time. It's a triple. And now Lexi may be hurt as she's holding her arm. That would not be good. It's her non-throwing arm, her left. She's holding her left shoulder. So it's a leadoff triple for Eisenbart. Jamie Rose heads over. It was a tough slide for Eisenbart. But she leads it off with a triple. Ryan Hilty of the HCC Sports Medicine Department is going to go out and check on her. For Eisenbart, that is her second triple of the year, the team's 10th. Hopefully she just landed on it awkwardly and kind of stung, because she did hit the ground hard once she went into her dive. And I think she's going to be okay. Lexi's family just to my lower right. And Lexi Eisenbart's going to stay, and she's got a smile on her face now. So Dragons have a runner at third to start the fifth on a triple by Lexi Eisenbart. And Shayla DeGarmo will be the batter. You have a lot of options with Shayla. A very good bunter with good speed. But she can also slap hit as well as anybody on the team. Showing slap. Pulls back and drops one along third. This is going to be a play at the plate. Turns out to be an infield single as the pitcher Sumanja just flipped home to make sure Eisenbart didn't go down the line. It'll be an infield single for DeGarmo. Actually, that'll be scored a fielder's choice.
The right fielder, number 8.
Nope, it'll be a single. Now Hannah Danielson, the batter. In on the hand the pitch, and it's fouled off to the right. Danielson flew out to right field her first time. So Lexi Eisenbart has hit the ball hard twice off Megan Sumanja. This time lining a triple over the head of Letitia Thomas in right field. Here's the pitch way outside. It's back to the screen. Here comes Eisenbart. She's in safely on the wild pitch, and it's 2-0 Hutchinson. Second run to score on a wild pitch. DeGarmo up to second. And that one was way outside and high, and catcher Grace Grosswiener did not have a chance to get it. So 2-0 Hutchinson. Now the Dragons really have some opportunities. Minimum, Hannah wants to get the runner to third with less than 2 out. 2-0 Hutch, bottom of the fifth. Here's a pitch. She bunts through one for strike one. Samanja into the wind. Ball too high to Danielson. The 3-1 or 2-2. Want me off a pitch. Pitch to Hannah. Lined up the middle. That's down for a hit. DeGarmo being waved around third. Here comes the throw. It's not in time, and Hutchinson leads it 3-0. Hannah Danielson takes second on the throw after an RBI single. Hannah smoked that one to center field. DeGarmo scores, and it's 3-0 Hutchinson, a 2-run fifth inning thus far for Hutchinson.
The first baseman, number
Now 5 hits for the Dragons. Molly Stevenson, the batter. Still nobody out in the inning. Eisenbart tripled. DeGarmo singled. Eisenbart scored on a wild pitch. Then DeGarmo came in, and that ball hits Molly Stevenson for the 12th time this year. And we said in game number 1, Megan Samanja hit 5 Blue Dragons in that outing. Time called as Grace Grosswieners and the entire infield is going to chat with the pitcher, Megan Samanja. Updating our score on the conference website. Top of the second in game 2, Coffeyville, Johnson County 0-0. Johnson won the first game 8-0 in 5 innings. Neosho County well on its way to a sweep over Heston, leading game 2 5-0 top of the 5th. Bottom of the 7th at Cloud County. Allen has scored 2 runs in the top of the inning. They lead Cloud 9-7 in the bottom of the 7th. Ball 1 to Ashton Reynolds. She ran up to Munn and pulled back. Now Cannon has a little cushion. The wind in the 1-0. Hard hit ball up the middle, past the diving shortstop into center, and now the ball gets past the center fielder. Danielson scores. They're waving Stevenson. She will score, and it's 5-0 Hutchinson. A double for Ashton Reynolds, drives in 2. And it's a big inning. Still nobody out as the first 5 have reached. The first 4 have scored. Now Casey Tillery
shortstop, number 20, Izzy Godinez.
is mulling over her options in the circles. Izzy Godina steps in. She takes high ball 1. Izzy 0 for 2. Wind in the pitch. That one's popped into shallow right. Thomas coming on to make the catch. No advancement by Reynolds, and that's the first out of the 5th inning. Letitia Thomas was playing shallow to begin with, so it wasn't that difficult of a play. She ran in maybe 15 feet to make the catch. Now DJ Cannon, who doubled her last time up, extending her hitting streak to 12 games. 18 for 40 over that stretch.
DJ Cannon.
She's taken 2 shots down the third base line. This one's a comebacker, knocks the glove off the pitcher, and it's safe. Now the throw gets away. Here comes Reynolds to score to make it 6-0. It'll be a throwing error on Samantha Sudak after the hit by Cannon knocks the glove off of Megan Samanja. It won't be an RBI. Now Casey Tillery is headed to the circle, so it'll be an infield single. Cannon stays put at first. So second error of the game charged to the Blue Devils. It's a 4-run inning. And the Dragons lead at 5-0. So Casey Tillery will keep everything as is out in the circle. But the Dragons have broken this one open with a 5-run 5th inning.
The left fielder, number 11, Tori Carruthers.
So now Tori Carruthers will be the batter. Tori 0 for 2. The wind in the pitch. Changeup swung on and missed. 68 pitches now for Samanja, 41 for strikes. Here's the pitch. Will pop up on a half swing and it drops foul. Tori fooled on that. Offering from Samaja. It clipped the bat and popped up foul. Tori fortunate to still be alive in this at bat. Tori will get the start in game number 2 in the circle for Jamie Rose. The wind in the 0-2. Hard hit ball off the glove of the third baseman. And everybody's going to be safe. Actually went over the third baseman, Catherine Stringer's glove. That'll be a hit for Carruthers. Cannon stops at second. And Cameron Pope becomes the 9th batter of the inning.
Third baseman, number 21, Cameron Pope.
Ball 1. Line in the pitch upstairs. Two 2-0 the count to Cameron. The line in the pitch. Ground ball to short. They go to second for 1. Return throw to first is not in time. So Pope beats out the throw to stay out of the double play. Good play by Candace Jennings. Pretty good turn by Sudak at second. Cannon moves up to third, and now it's Lexi Eisenbart, who started this whole thing off with a triple over the head of Letitia Thomas in right field.
Number 13, Lexi Eisenbart.
After Eisenbart tripled. Ball 1 to Eisenbart high. After Lexi tripled, Shayla DeGarmo dropped down a bunt single. Eisenbart stayed put, then ultimately scored on the second wild pitch of the game by Megan Sumanja. That made it 2-0. Here's the pitch. High pop right field. Toward the line is Thomas, and she makes the catch nearly right on the line to end the inning. But a great turn by the Dragons. They come up with 5 runs on 6 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on. We go to the 6th inning at Fun Valley in game number 1. Dragons 6 and KCK nothing. Wild one going on in north central Kansas. Cloud County comes up with 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning to tie Allen at 9 apiece. And they head to extra innings in game number 1. Here the Blue Dragons just broke it open with a 5-run 5th. And now DJ Cannon gets the lower third of the order. Jennings, Samanja, and Thomas here in the top of the 6th. Swing and a miss to Candace Jennings, who grounded out to Izzy Godinez her first time up. It's been a solid start to DJ in game number 1, and she's also being pitch efficient. 53 pitches so far. That pitch fouled back to the screen, and it's 0-2. Cannon has faced the minimum through 5 innings. The only blemish, an error on the right fielder, Hannah Danielson, that was quickly erased by the soft line drive double play back to Cannon. Screwball off the plate wide, and it's 1-2. DJ with 5 strikeouts, no walks to this point. Time called by Jennings. So the Blue Devils are going to try to throw off DJ's timing, calling time, stepping out. Cannon into the wind, the 1-2 pitch. Misses high with the rise ball, and it's 2-2. The emotions on that April 7-8 weekend for the Dragons were mighty strange. 2-2 pitch, pop foul out of play. They were swept by Highland. So it made it imperative for the Dragons to at least get one. They got that, but they felt they should have got 2. Pitch misses low and outside. It's a full count. First time that DJ has gone to a full count to a batter today. Now Cannon's going to tie her shoe and collect her thoughts. Defensively for the Dragons, straight away, moderate depth all around the outfield, deep up the middle. Corners in tight. The pitch, sprayed foul pass first. I think Nickerson is playing Pratt today. I'm not sure who Hutch High has. Almost looks like campus looking at the uniforms. A lot of action today here at Fun Valley. Here's the payoff from Cannon. And it's spoiled again by Jennings, and it remains 3-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Or excuse me, 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Once again, the 3-2. Hit toward the gap, left center field, and this is going to get down for the first hit of the game for the Devils. There'll be a leadoff double for Candace Jennings. Wasn't a bad pitch from DJ. It was on the outer half, maybe caught a little too much of the plate, but it was a little bit off speed. And was able to plug the gap. Now I think we're going to get a pinch runner at second base for Jennings. It'll be 0. Natalie Cowan pinch running at second base for Candace Jennings. So the pinch runner Jennings at second base with nobody out, and the pitcher Megan Samanja steps in. She had a comeback or 2, Cannon her first time up, and it's ball 1 to Samanja. The wind in the 1-0 is lifted to right field. Going back is Danielson, still going back, and this one's over her head. Cowan being waved around. She will score. And now they throw behind Samanja. She's back in safely, but it's an RBI double for Samanja. And KCK's on the board, now trailing 6-1 on back-to-back doubles to start the 6th. Kind of a, not much of a win. I'm not sure if that's throwing off how the Dragons are setting up defensively. And it's ball 1 to Letitia Thomas. So for the first time today, DJ Cannon struggling with her command. Now Lexi Eisenbart, who has been a tremendous handler of this pitching staff this year. Goes out and has a word with Cannon. KCK on the board, and this is a team that just does not go away. You heard Jamie Rose say that in the pregame show. Now it's 2-0 on a screwball low and away. The wind in the 2. There's a swing and a miss. Best pitch of the inning from DJ. Thing exploded on the back end, had good late movement. The wind in the pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2. DJ in her freshman year has gone through little bounce like that where he just loses the command and all of a sudden she finds it again. And just like that, that's a swing and a miss for her 6th strikeout, one away here in the 6th. That's a big out for Cannon and the Dragons. Now it's back to the top of the order and Kaylin Stratton. Stratton has struck out and grounded out back to Cannon, 0 for 2. Stratton was 2 for 8 in the April 8th meeting in 2 games. Now it's a streak of 3 straight lefties for Cannon, and she misses high ball 1. Versus left-handers, the pitch. That one sprayed foul off to the left. DJ Cannon giving up a 277 average to left-handed batters, only 213 to right-handed batters. It's somewhat against the book. Pitch, found back out of play, and it's 1-2. Sun trying to peer through here at Fun Valley. Had a gorgeous day for baseball at Hobart Detter yesterday. Very thankful that we played yesterday. 1-2 pitch. Way upstairs. Good stop by Eisenbart. Staying put at second is Sumanja. DJ gets the sign from Eisenbart into the wind the pitch. Curveball outside, and it's a full count. Now the payoff. Cannon to Stratton. Has hit the center field and well. Going back is Thomas, and she makes the catch over the shoulder. This could be a double play, and they get it. Another tremendous defensive play in center field by Ashton Reynolds, and she turns it into a 8-6-4 inning-ending double play. 1 run on the inning on 2 hits. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Our new score, Hutchinson 6 and KCK 1. Dragons turn their second inning double play and a spectacular catch by a Dragon fielder. 6-1 Hutch, bottom of the sixth. It'll be Shayla DeGarmo, Hannah Danielson, and Molly Stevenson. Candace Jennings returns to the game and re-enters at shortstop. She was pinch ran for. Shayla DeGarmo 1 for 2, a bunt single. She extends her hit streak to 9 games now. And she takes a strike from Megan Samanja. Samanja threw 5 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk in 75 pitches. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. I might have said Ashton Thomas on Ashton Reynolds' catch. Apologize for that. A former volleyball player, Ashton Thomas, got good news that she's just got engaged. And Ashton's a good friend of mine, and 1-2 now to DeGarmo, so every once in a while I might slip up and call Ashton Reynolds Ashton Thomas. I think I've done that twice today, so my apologies to the Reynolds family. 1-2 pitch. Down low, 2-2 to DeGarmo. It is Ashton Reynolds who has had a major impact on this game. She got the Dragons their first run. Now she just saved a run on a spectacular running catch right over her head. That pitch back to the screen. It's a full count. That was for those of you who remember the name Jim Edmonds, he was a Cardinals and Angels center fielder for years. He routinely made those catches. He would play shallow and routinely run back and made over-the-shoulder catches like a football receiver. Here's the payoff. Pulled foul. One of Edmondson's most famous catches happened at Kauffman Stadium several years ago, where he robbed a Royal of a hit with a headlong dive on a hit over his head. If you want to equate another famous catch to that Ashton Reynolds catch, Willie Mays back in 1956 World Series. Ball 4. Nice bat by DeGarmo to work a 1-out walk. That's just the second walk issued by Sumanja. Check that, a leadoff walk. Now it's Hannah Danielson who's 1 for 2, an RBI single her last time up. That was Danielson's 119th hit in her 47th career RBI. Air ball is smacked, picked off the turf by Sudak, and that's going to be a double play on the other side. So 4 line drive double plays in this one. And he races a leadoff walk, and now Molly Stevenson hits with the bases empty and 2 away. Stevenson 0 for 1. She struck out in the third. Was hit by a pitch and scored in the 5th. Samanja's pitch misses upstairs for ball 1. Samanja now at 83 pitches, 48 for strikes. After a little more rain tonight, so let's have an excellent weekend in the state of Kansas, and boy, our spring team sure could use it. Foul off. The Dragons are victorious here. They head to Topeka, playing the District E double elimination portion of the tournament. Blue Dragon Baseball plays host to Labette in a best-of-3 series at Hobart Detter Field, and Blue Dragon Track will be in Arc City for the Region 6 Outdoor Track Championships. Pitch upstairs, 2-1 to Stevenson. That regional meet is a prelude to the Outdoor National Championships to be held May 18th through 20th right here at Gowan Stadium in Hutchinson. 2-1 the count to Molly Stevenson. Bases empty, 2 away. Bottom of the 6th in game number 1. Hutch with a 6-1 lead. Pitch popped to shallow center. Hannah Bishop over to her left and in a few steps. She's got it, and the Dragons are done in the 6th. Promising start is raced on the double play. We go to the 7th inning. Hutchinson 6 and Kansas City 1. Blue Dragons 3 outs away from a Game 1 victory. They lead Kansas City 6-1. It's 2, 3, and 4 here in the 7th against DJ Cannon, Bishop, Kasich, and Hoffert. So a tough 3 to get through as Cannon goes after her 15th win of the season. And the first pitch to Hannah Bishop is a swing and a miss for strike 1. Bishop has struck out and then bounced into a 5-4 put out at first on a bunt attempt. Swing and a miss. 0-2. 2 straight pitches on the outer half, and Bishop has laid on both. So count 0-2 to the Blue Devil center fielder. Cannon's 0-2 pitch. Got her swinging. That's 1 away here in the 7th. DJ now through 6 1/3 innings, has 7 strikeouts, no walks, 2 hits, 1 earned run allowed, 77 pitches. She faced the minimum through 5 until Candace Jennings doubled to lead off the 6th. Ball 1 to Allison Kasich, 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. There's a strike on a changeup. 1-1 the count. Last year in this round, Dragons swept through Coffeyville to head at Topeka. Swing and a miss on a curveball. It's 1-2. And they carried a 7-run lead into their final at bat against Cowley, or into the final inning. The pitch. Got her swinging. That's 2 away. Kasich goes 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts in game number 1. 8 strikeouts now for Cannon. That gives her 174 for the season. Now the Dragons just an out away from a Game 1 victory. And Michaela Hoffert will be the batter. Hoffert 0 for 3, a ground out in the pop-up. Changeup misses low and away, ball 1. DJ in the wind. A little pop-up, caught by Cannon, and that's the ball game. A very efficient 2-hitter. As this ball game lasts all of 1 hour and 26 minutes, and Hutchinson wins game number 1 6-1. We'll wrap up game number 1 to get you set for game number 2 right after this break. Welcome back to Fun Valley, game number 1 in the books of this best of 3 Region 6 District E series at Fun Valley. Hutchinson with a 6-1 win to take a 1-0 series lead over the Kansas Blue Devils. Here are the totals for game number 1. For Hutchinson, 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error, 3 left on base. For Kansas City, 1 run, 2 hits, 2 errors, none left on base. The winning pitcher, DJ Cannon, she goes to 15-8 overall. Megan Samaja takes the loss. She drops to 5-4. And the game was played in a nice, crisp 1 hour, 25 minutes. Dragons took a 1-0 lead as Ashton Reynolds singled to lead off the bottom of the first. She was sacrificed up, moved up to third on an out, and scored on a wild pitch. That lead stayed all the way to the bottom of the 5th inning, when Lexi Eisenbach tripled over the head of the right fielder, Letitia Thomas. She would later score the second run on a wild pitch. DeGarmo a bunt singles and Hannah Danielson an RBI single. Molly Stevenson was hit by a pitch, and then Ashton Reynolds ripped a 2-run double as part of a 5-run 5th inning. Kansas City came up with a run in the top of the 6th, but Ashton Reynolds made a spectacular running catch over the head in center field and turned it into an inning-ending double play, into a double play to get out of that inning. Each team turning 2 double plays in the game. Pitching-wise for DJ Cannon, she matched a low with 2 hits allowed. She's had a 1-hitter this year. 8 strikeouts, no walks, 2 hits, 1 earned run, and 83 pitches. Offensively, Reynolds leading the way for the Dragons, 2 for 3 with a double, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs. DJ Cannon 2 for 3 with a double. And Danielson 1 for 3 with an RBI single. And the Dragons get a 6-1 win. So now the Dragons 1 win away from returning to Topeka. And we will have that game for you shortly in about 25 minutes to a half hour. If the game is held till 4, we'll let you know on Twitter. But we believe we keep rolling here, and we'll get set for game number 2 shortly. So for my entire video crew, led by Brandon Sams, we'll return in about 20 minutes with game number 2 of this best of 3 series. Final score of game number 1, Hutchinson 6, KCK 1 from Fun Valley. Steve Carpenter, so long for now.